So this is our spring cattle builder test plot area. So we have 2 strips here planted at 2 different seeding rates. We're kind of just looking at doing some trials there. But the spring cattle builder, as the name implies, we're looking for a mix that you can plant in the spring and produce forage for cattle. It's as simple as that. So this is a 4-way mix. We've got oats, beardless spring barley, impact forage collards, and some spring peas. So 4 species, 3 plant families. So we've got diversity, but the focus is forage value. So there's nothing in here that has, you know, any unpalatability. Excellent feed. So right at 60 days. These were planted April 15th. It's now mid-June. So you could have turned out probably 2 weeks ago. You could turn out today, and this is high quality spring forage.
Yeah, when you look at this, you know, it's not as tall as, say, like some spring triticale that maybe you're chopping for silage or something. But when you look down in here, the collards are doing incredible, and they're just, you know, they're probably about 10 inches tall. And I would guess, and we're going to take some clippings and we'll find out, I would guess this is going to be pretty high protein, probably. You know, I'd be surprised if it wasn't 16 to 20% protein, because I know those collards are high in protein. The oats and the barley aren't bad, and the peas are going to be higher. So this is just going to be incredible. It would almost be a waste to just put some dry cows on it or something, but like putting weight on feeder calves or something like that, and with as valuable as they are, that can be money in the bank right here. So super high quality forage if you're doing grass finished animals, putting weight on feeders. This is really something to consider, especially if you had this. You could graze this, you know, 2-3 times with proper grazing management and a little rainfall, and then you could come right into a spring cattle builder as well, and then just really have that forage chain set up for the whole year. So these are the types of things, if you're going to do really high quality grass finished beef, or you wanting to really put weight on some feeder calves, or, you know, you could do cow calves on here too. There's nothing wrong with that. But such high quality forage, put it into the animals that you're going to be able to recapture the most value out of, because this is really good stuff.
A lot of times you want to think about your forage sources kind of in succession. So, you know, if you're a producer that has a lot of warm season grass pastures, like perennial pastures, well, that's not going to be ready to graze until probably, you know, even another couple weeks, depending on where you're at in the country. Yeah. But so if you're looking for something early, now granted, you know, middle of June is not super early, but this mix could have been planted a month sooner, right? So these things that have frost tolerance, they have cold tolerance, so you can plant this on the first day that you have the right conditions to plant this mix in the spring. You probably can go plant this mix, and it's probably going to work out just fine. Not every time if you have a really hard freeze, but early March, I'd be comfortable planting this in Nebraska. And so if your perennials aren't ready till late May or June, but you're like, hey, what can I be grazing, you know, tail end of April, 1st of May, and I don't have anything planted from last fall, this is what you should be looking at. So yeah, planning the forages out ahead of time, knowing what you're going to, having different options. This is a great tool in the arsenal to feed your livestock.